One Piece is the best-selling and most ambitious shonen manga ever created. The manga has been running since 1997 and has spanned 29 story arcs, and is currently still running on its 30th story arc. These story arcs are fairly long, and generally take place on one of the many islands in the huge world of One Piece. These islands are sailed to and explored by main character Monkey D. Luffy and his ever-growing band of pirates, named the Straw Hats. Luffy's ultimate goal with the crew is to find the greatest treasure in the land, called the One Piece, and to become the Pirate King. Very quickly though, you realize that getting to this destination isn't very important in the long run. One Piece is the perfect example of a show that treasures the journey over the destination. Throughout the series, Luffy often decides to explore new places just on a whim because he loves the adventure. Each arc of One Piece feels different and interesting because of the changes in setting, as well as the changes in theme and tone over time. Because of the show's structure, where each island has its own little story, the series is able to explore new ideas as the show goes on. When you have a long-running series like One Piece, there's often risk of it becoming tired and stale due to dragging on. The way that the series author Ichiro Oda handles the show keeps this from happening. One of the creators of South Park, named Matt Stone, described his process of creating South Park and how it's remained fresh over the years in this interview with NPR in 2010.
I guess for us, it's always, every season is kind of like we're a band and we're going in and we're doing a new album.
This approach to creating different seasons of a show, similar to how a band would create different albums, is similar to what One Piece does with its story arcs. Each arc of the series feels like it explores a new concept or idea and evolves forward, while keeping the same general character motivations and motifs. Similarly, each album a band or music artist makes is generally used to explore new sonic concepts and ideas, while still being under the same band or artist name and carrying a relatively similar sound. A huge series that fails to change and adapt new ideas over time quickly gets stale and becomes bad. This type of thing happens often with episodic comedy series. The reason this happens often with episodic comedy series is that a lot of the times an episodic comedy series doesn't have an overall narrative arc. This leads to writers on the show leaving after a while, as there's no reason for them to stick around to complete their story arc. This happened with The Simpsons, for example, which has lost its original band of excellent writers slowly over time and has become bland and uninspired. This type of thing happens less often though with a narrative-based series that has a general roadmap of where the show is heading. However, narrative series can get stale as well if it's clear the series has no idea where it's heading, such as in the case of Walking Dead for example. The Walking Dead has essentially been reduced to repeating the same tired formula with each season, with no real sense of direction or meaning to the show. One Piece has had the same author for years, and he's still the main man in charge of this huge, sprawling manga. He is the creative force that drives this huge narrative, and clearly has exceptional vision for the series. He uses this huge narrative to explore new uncharted seas, and it will be interesting to find out what the ending of the series will be, if I ever get that far in the manga to begin with. That's all for this video though. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos in the future. I'll see you in the next video.